Yo, what's up guys? We have Fnatic versus Origen. I mean, as we know, Fnatic probably not making playoffs, in the dumpsters from the kind of incredible form they had last year. They're slowly picking it up though, and stop shitting on Nemesis. Nemesis doing just fine. I do think more of the problemsome members are Hylissang, Butbo, and Broxa. As for OG's actually been on such a tear lately. They went 1-4 in their first 5 games, and they went 5-0 in their last 5 games. So they've been doing incredibly well. This is a very, very hype matchup in terms of the names involved. And it should be a hype matchup. It's just Fnatic is doing incredibly badly right now. Draven ban, Yasuo ban, these are very targeted ban towards Patrick, Nukeduck, Karthus. Origen was able to use Karthus well versus G2 in their victories, so banning out Karthus doesn't seem that far off. On the other hand, looks like Origen is targeting more towards their bot lane. Lucian, Tristana, Thresh, all towards Reckless and Hylissang. Fnatic opening up with first pick Galio. Interesting. Not scared of the Urgot. Take Urgot Israel. Urgot Israel. Really easy opening from OG. Urgot Israel. I don't think you even need to think twice. Just take Urgot Israel. Take it. Take it. Take it. There we go. Pro drafts are so typical nowadays. Ooh, Nocturne, Zoe, Galio. This is very much played the map wide. Okay, I love the Tahm Kench pick here. Thresh is a great pick into Tahm Kench, contrary to what a lot of people think. Because Thresh can actually gank onto the Tahm Kench lane by going onto Kench, and hooking Kench makes it really vulnerable for Kench. So with Kench ban, Tahm is a great pick right now. There aren't really champions that you can play into Tahm at the moment. You can play stuff like Braum and Alistar and lose lane and be better than Tahm Kench in team fights. And also Tahm Kench is great versus Galio, great versus Nocturne, great versus Zoe. You're able to eat the targets that these single target champions do want to go on. So, and also Tahm Kench Israel is a great backbone for a 1-3-1 comp, but I'm not sure how great a 1-3-1 comp will be versus Nocturne Galio. Let's see how the rest of the draft plays out. But OG draft is solid and flexible at the moment, and Fnatic draft is very much pressure on the side lane. So I'm very curious how this is going to pan out. Konyu, thank you so much for the sub, man. Very much appreciated. Sivir ban. Sivir, a great ban versus Israel. I would love a Kai'Sa follow-up. Oh, instead they're banning Yorick. Looks like they're banning Yorick here because they don't want them to counterpick Urgot with Yorick, which is understandable, but I don't think it would be that big of a deal. I would love to see them take, they can actually counterpick both mid and jungle. They're in a really nice spot. Yeah, counterpicking Zoe with LeBlanc. I would love a high pressure jungle here and put a lot of pressure onto Zoe. LeBlanc plus a high pressure jungle here, and you can get a good 1-3-1 comp later. Because you have Kench, you have good follow-up, even if Nocturne plays to it, even if Galio plays to it. I do think they can do a really great job of tailing the LeBlanc. High pressure, strong jungle, please. High pressure, strong jungle. No. No! No! Wait a minute. What? Why? Why Nunu? Why? High pressure, strong jungle. That is not a Nunu. Okay, let's see where every champion goes first. I don't understand. I'm trying to understand what OG's rationale is. Because I respect the hell out of OG's coach. I talked to him a little bit, and the way that OG plays, I do think a lot of credit has to go to the coach and Mitty. I'm super curious about the Nunu pick here. It seems bad, but maybe I'm not understanding something. What makes Lee bad here that makes Nunu good? Oh, I really don't understand. Fuck. Does Cold not play Lee? People in chat saying Cold can't play Lee. Oh, man. Anyways, let's try to review for what it is instead of diving into it too much. So, Galio support. I haven't seen a Galio support in forever. But Fnatic has a lot of playmaking tools, lot of backline dive. Galio, Kai'Sa, Sion, Nocturne. They have a lot of wombo combo. On the other hand, Origen has a lot of early game pressure and very good priority tools. Urgot, a very, very good priority tool and a very, very good priority champion. LeBlanc, a very strong power point you can play toward too. And Israel Kent are great mid game whenever they're just standing mid trying to get priority and they don't have to be too scared about Nocturne or anyone. Origen's comp is going to be kind of on a timer and it's going to be very important they press their lead, but they have tools that are going to be allowing them to press their lead. And I'm going to keep a close eye on this Nunu because there must be something I don't understand. The other alternatives I would think about are Olaf and Jarvan, but both were banned. Maybe they were planning to play Olaf and Jarvan and this ban really fucked them. Wow, what the fuck? What the fuck? How? Oh, Galio E into isolated Kai'Sa Q. OP. Holy fuck, that's OP. Oh, that girl looked like a Medusa. Cold hasn't played Lee professionally since 2017. Okay, so then the Olaf ban and the Jarvan ban hit OG right where it hurts. But I definitely do think Lee would have been a good pick there. Oh, damn. These dives are brutal. If Patrick died there, that would have been so fucking bad. But it... OG... It actually worked out fine that Mitty died and they traded 1-for-1. Israel dying twice in early game would have fucked his early game so much. Israel cannot have a bad early game, by the way, guys. Because he's super dependent on getting his power spike items on time. And also, it's incredibly important you buy your tier early, right? If you buy tier later, then you're not going to be able to stack it as much. Well, duh. So, it's incredibly important you buy it early and you're able to stack it early too. Man, this opening is really good for Fnatic. OG is a comp that want to hit their mid-game power spike incredibly quickly and press their lead. What Fnatic's able to do here, actually pressure OG and leave them in a really shitty spot and not get... Oh, man. Oh, my God. The mid-jungle duo dying. Holy shit, we need to review this play. How does it happen? Alright, Nuke Duck looking for an opening on Nemesis. Nunu rolling his snowball. Went for an opening on Nemesis. Missed his chain. Hilisan coming in. Nunu still going in all the way, even after the missed chain for some reason. And then getting cleaned up. Man, a lot of these Hilisan roams remind me of when he was playing Rakan at Worlds and how good he was about supporting caps. And looks like Fnatic supporting Nemesis really well. But this is kind of OG inting more so than Fnatic making a really good play. Yeah, Nuke Duck went in for a play that he missed on. And then the Nunu still committed with his snowball where he should have been like, oh, fuck this, I need to get out. Oh, man, really weird from OG. And Mitty dying in lane. Oh my god, it's his TSM Mitty. Yeah, Israel's not going to hit his power spike in time. LeBlanc's not going to hit his power spike in time. And I'm not sure what Nunu's going to do with this comp. Sometimes early game deaths don't matter that much. But for this comp, where you have a LeBlanc and an Israel and you're a 1-3-1 comp, these early game deaths mean so much. Fnatic's going to be in a very, very comfortable position later because of Nocturne with ult, Galio also. I mean, Nunu able to get Ocean Drake. Ocean Drake is huge, I'm not going to lie. Getting Ocean Drake is fucking big. But Whippo came in from top, crushing it. Man, one thing that Fnatic wasn't doing was people playing for Nemesis and people playing for Objective, but Whippo giving up a lot of his top farm to teleport and actually follow up on the kills and punishing OG for going for this early Ocean Drake. And Hilisan being able to engage. They fixed a lot of the problems they were having. Hilisan was inting too much and he couldn't have effect on the game. And Galio actually fixing a lot of that for him. It's a champion that he can play, that gives them engage, that gives them a tool to be useful and to play proactively. And Whippo doing a good job on tanks and not playing greedy and playing for the team. Yeah, not playing greedy and playing for the team. Stuff like this, stuff like him coming down to Dragon. It looks like Fnatic's beginning to fix their problems. As much as OG is inting into Fnatic, Fnatic's beginning to fix their problems, which is really good to see. Yeah. That trade kill on Hilithon doesn't matter that much. Even though Hilithon died, they're going to be able to crash in so many waves and they're going to be able to get a lot of plating. That kill on Hilithon doesn't matter at all. And he's continuously being able to be proactive. And all the farm went to Nunu, so Fnatic more than happy. Israel in a really shitty spot. Kench with all the kills. Nunu 0-2. LeBlanc and Nunu not able to pressure the Zoe. None of what they want is going the right way. Urgot was able to build a lead on Sion because Sion teleported to Dragon. But in the big picture of things, OG's not getting the lead onto the right people, and Fnatic is so happy that the game is playing out this way that they're having a better early game and they can wait for the level 6s, they can wait for the globals on Galio and Nocturne very safely. And they've already passed that point, the level 6 point, and like they can proactively play with the globals and they can even reactively play with the globals. They're just in a very, very comfortable position. Reckles IE with pickaxe and berserker boost at 1230. Holy shit, this is one fed ass Kai'Sa. Yeah, I mean, they're playing reactively with their globals, which is completely fine due to how ahead they are. And even though they're later to group first, OG can't pressure them enough where they're putting them in uncomfortable spots. Whenever OG starts something, Fnatic's just like, yo guys, they're starting something, come here and beat them up. Where a lot of the meta right now is about engaging first and putting people in uncomfortable spots and pressuring them. OG doesn't have great engage tools. What's their engage tool? Nunu snowballing in, Urgot E flash. They have very, very limited engage tools. And this wasn't a great draft. And this was also an extremely hard comp to play out. I think the jungle bans from Fnatic were incredibly smart. Man, very well played. Fnatic must pay for cutting Soaz. Them losing Soaz and Caps made it super hard for them to recover and find footing, but it seems like they're finally finding footing. OG's not an easy team. OG's, I would argue, the second best team in Europe after G2. So Fnatic showing this kind of performance is showing a lot of life. It's going to be still hard for them to make playoffs though. It's still going to... This game I think is realistically over. OG doesn't have the tools to make a comeback. And Fnatic just has so many safety switches. Stopwatch on Kai'Sa, Galio ult, Zoe. Zoe doesn't have a safety switch, but Nocturne with Guardian Angel, Sion is Sion. Doesn't matter if you kill him. Fnatic's just in a very, very comfortable spot. And they can keep scaling, wait for objectives. They don't even have to press too hard into OG. And it's actually probably a lot better they don't press too hard into OG and they wait for objectives due to how early the game is and how many turrets they took. One thing that can happen when you take too much turrets early is you actually kind of fumble on the later turrets and you give them away back into the game. Oh man, Yukduk doesn't know he's on a ward. Yukduk doesn't know. Ugh, feels bad. Feels fucking bad, man. No. Fnatic have so much vision. Fnatic pressuring turret second turret, even though OG is taking a good trade, taking the top turret while pressuring mid, while Fnatic only takes one turret. Fnatic also able to pick up the dragon on top of that, and when Baron comes up, the game's gonna end very, very quickly for OG. Fnatic's Baron setup, oh my god, I'm fumbling worse. Fnatic's Baron setup hopefully should be well done. And when OG comes in, Nocturne going in, Sion going in, and Galio just ulting on top of that, and Zoe and Kai'Sa cleaning up, it's going to make the game easy peasy for Fnatic. Let's set up Baron well and end the game on OG Fnatic. You can do it. Show me that world-class Fnatic. Okay, clear out the vision. Let's wait for the scuttle to die. Let's keep pressing up mid. Oh, yep, there's the Baron setup that we talked about. Not done very well. I would love to see them push up mid and place a center ward. Center ward is when you place a ward here or here, so you get a lot of vision around their rotations in mid lane. That's a center ward. Purposely not killing that ward because they don't want to provide them vision. Yeah, Fnatic doing a good job. Yep, counter engaging instead of finishing Baron. That's what I would like to see. Don't get it stolen. Yeah, just getting it stolen. This is going to delay the game a bit. This is one of the ways that you can kind of come back. I would say normally like these kind of variant steals are really big, but OG's comp doesn't really allow them to come back. OG's comp's about split pushing, it's about hitting item spikes, and that's just not relevant. The item spike timings are so far delayed, and the pressure points aren't going to be able to be hit. And even though they stole Baron, they didn't get kills on the targets that Fnatic has a lot of bounties on, like the Zoe, like the Israel, like the Nocturne. So great Baron steal. I mean, what to say, it's a great Baron steal, but it doesn't, only thing it does is really delay the game, and it doesn't flip-flop the outcome. It's not going to have enough effect. Does anyone know the sizes of the monitors pro players play with? I know it used to be 24-inch, but they might have bumped up to 27. Oh, Urgot made it out. This is definitely delaying the game. That Baron steal is good, but it's delaying the inevitable. It's not changing the outcome. Sometimes Baron steals are game changing. This Baron steal, I just think, is delaying what's inevitable. Yeah, look at the Zoe and the Kai'Sa items. Kai'Sa double crit item with Rage Blade and QSS. Zoe Death Cap 23 stack Medjay. Nocturne, his Guardian Angel's coming back up. Game's done. Fnatic carries hit their offensive item power spikes along with additional luxury defensive items. Oh man, it's so brutal. Team fights like are unwinnable. Fnatic backline is just it's the amount that Fnatic is ahead is unimaginably big. Yeah, 23 to 3 kills. That Baron delayed the game by 5 minutes, but don't get it mistaken. This was a stomp by Fnatic. And I think a lot of credit goes to the draft and banning out Olaf and banning out Jarvan. Well played from Fnatic.